Good morning. Today, guys, we're going to talk about social media and digital footprints, our responsibilities as well. The essential question of today is, how does using social media affect our digital footprint? Our learning objectives for today is to identify reasons for using social media and the challenges that often come along with it, reflecting on what responsibilities they have related to digital footprints, both their own and others, when using social media, and identifying ways to make the most of social media while still caring for our digital footprint of themselves and others. How would you describe your experience with social media, either for yourself or for people you know? Good, bad, or in the middle? Why? So your directions, guys, are to sit, take a moment to think silently about this question, and 2, capture your ideas on a blank sheet of paper. Pause this video if you need a couple moments, then continue on to our next slide. On the next slide, there we go. You will consider the questions that are on the slide. 1, what viewpoint in the video do you agree with and why? Be specific. And what are some of the drawbacks of social media use that the teens brought up? After you watch the video and have taken notes, you may be invited to share with Ms. Erickson your thoughts, or you may write your answer in the question provided. Like, I'm going to give you guys, just to clarify, there will be a question after the video for you to share if you want to, or you can share with Ms. Erickson after finishing the video. Okay, just wanted to clarify.
The idea of, posting and having a lot of people see it can definitely be kind of scary.
If you're a teenager, you're gonna make bad decisions sometimes.
They can screenshot it, they can do so many things to save that, and they can edit it in ways that you won't want them to.
Whether or not you think it'll go away, it's there. Anything you post online, you're stuck with.
Oversharing to me is putting too much of your personal life in front of a wide audience of people.
Posting something for the sake of showing that you're there and maybe not because you're actually having that great of a time.
Posting about things that people don't necessarily think are significant, but they're just kind of posting to be posting.
What you share and how often you share is going to affect the way that somebody views you. Just because I'm going to post all the time, that doesn't mean that you're going to get all the attention. That doesn't mean that everybody's going to like you.
For example, people have like Finstas or spam accounts where they just like post random stuff, and sometimes they get too personal with what they're talking about on there.
Things that are meant to be texted one-to-one, people tend to post online so 50 other people can see their plans for tomorrow or the next weekend. You could be doing something like that could potentially endanger yourself by making your account public and saying too much about where you live or who you are.
When I'm in like a cool location and I want to show everybody where I am, but most of the time I'll just tag where I am on like a Snapchat story so people can know.
So once you put something online, it can be there forever because people might take screenshots, they might record it, they might save it.
I don't think people don't realize that it's going to be there forever. I think they just don't care. A lot of people have this mentality of like, what I'm doing is very insignificant. Why is anyone going to care about this?
You should be cautious of what you post. You don't post your pictures and think like, okay, nobody's seeing me, nobody's screenshotting me, nobody doing nothing, because people doing that, you're just not going to know.
Your Snapchats, despite the fact that they only last, 4 to 8 seconds, they're still there. Your Instagram stories that go away after 24 hours, they're still there.
Anything that is posted, anything that's up, no matter what happens, even if you leave it up for a minute and take it down, it's there as soon as you put it up there.
No one's going to scrutinize everything that you say the same way that you might.
You are not obliged to post every second of your life in order to please what you might seem as the majority of people. So when you feel like you have to post all the time, when you feel like you have to do this in order to get fame and attention, you don't. It's not your job.
That's something you always have to be thinking about. What do you want people to remember you on social media as?
Alrighty guys, so now that you have watched this video, we're going to quickly review, since you should have a question now for you to answer those two. We are now going to quickly review the general benefits of social media, sharing specifically on social media, and the drawbacks. Benefits of sharing on social media include communication. It's a way to stay in touch and stay connected to friends and family. Expression. You can post your personal opinions and ideas about important topics. Entertainment. It's fun to share things you're interested in. Future. It's an opportunity to present a curated version of yourself for the public or for colleges and employers. Drawbacks. Oversharing. When people share something they later regret. Permanence. Embarrassing or regrettable posts, including those that disappear, snaps, stories, etc. Becoming part of your permanent digital footprint, which might have a negative impact. Define digital footprint as all the information online about a person posted either by that person or others intentionally or unintentionally. So, definition for oversharing: when people share something that they later regret. Digital footprint, all the information online about a person either posted by that person or others intentionally or unintentionally. Social pressure is also a drawback. When everyone else is posting, you feel pressure to participate. Life balance is another drawback. Managing multiple platforms and accounts requires a lot of time. These are the rings of responsibility, which we use to think about the different people we have responsibilities to. Having responsibilities to someone means that you think about how your actions will affect them. Today, we're going to have a circle discussion about digital footprint and the responsibilities we have relating to them. In lieu of the discussion, since this is an online opportunity, I'd like you to now answer the question, who do you think you have responsibilities to? Okay. What responsibilities do you have to yourself when you use social media? How can you be responsible for your own digital footprint? Directions. Take 1 minute to reflect on the question above. I will then choose one person to share first. You'll have 1 minute to share out. If you are choosing to do this digitally on your clean piece of paper, go ahead and write down the answer to your question. They'll pass then clockwise to the left, and the next person will have 1 minute to share. This will continue in a circle until everyone has shared. For example, if you're having trouble thinking about the answer to this question, take this as an example. One responsibility I have to myself when I use social media is to keep my post positive. I know I'm more likely to regret it later if I post something negative or mean, even if I delete the post. So, by keeping my post positive, I know I'll feel okay about them later. Okay. Thank you for sharing your ideas. We're now going to do a second round with a new question. What responsibilities do you have to others when using social media? How can you be responsible for others' digital footprint? Your directions are to take a minute to reflect on the question above. I will choose one person to share first. You'll have 1 minute to share with the group. Then we'll pass clockwise to the left, and that person will have 1 minute left to share. 1 minute to share. This will continue in a circle until everyone is shared. If you're choosing to do this online, you still need to write down the answer to this question as well on your blank piece of paper. Write down one example you would like to use in your own life around being responsible for your own digital footprint or the footprints of others. This is your exit ticket. On this piece of paper, your blank piece of paper, please go ahead and write your answer and then turn that in to Miss Erickson to receive your grade or to your teacher.